It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
She's finally here. Let's go!
Yeah, she's
Let's
finally
go!
here. Let's go. Yes, our 90-day fiancé has finally arrived.
It's been so long, and I'm so happy. You know, COVID just changed everything, Max. It changed everything, and we're just finally able to watch this show now. It's so nice.
I know. People don't know how long this has been in the works for us. We finally got our K1 visa, and we're finally allowed to cover this show.
Finally.
People don't realize that people may not know this has been our #1 requested show for a very long time.
Yeah.
People were like 90-day fiancé, and for a long time we weren't sure if we could cover the show, because when we were like, all right, maybe we'll cover it, everybody was like, you have to watch all the spin-offs first, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do that. And we were like, whoa, that's a little intimidating. But then I took it upon me. I was like, Ben, let me check out this show. And I started watching a little bit of the first 4 seasons, So I've now watched the first 4 seasons of the base 90-day fiancé show. And I learned you don't need to have watched all of the spin-offs to understand watching this show before. You can just jump in and enjoy 90-day fiancé, people. So if you haven't watched it before, just enjoy watching it. It does not matter. And maybe there are some purists who are like, but if you haven't seen What's Her Face's season, the memes won't make sense. But
we're starting this off defensive.
Just enjoy the show. I'm always defensive. That's one of my things. That's why they love me.
Stop getting mad at us.
So yes, I've seen.
This is good to know, though, because I only watched the first half hour of last season's first episode.
Yeah,
before this, so that's my knowledge of it going in.
So then, Ben is fresh. I'm on the newer side, but I've seen the first 4 seasons. So, we haven't seen like all the spin-offs and everything, but we're familiar with how things go, but we're expert reality recappers. Just people know this is our 101st episode.
Oh my
of
god!
Reality Alert. Oh my god!
Get away, Cruella!
Get away, Cruella! What an amazing movie that was, by the way. Just
so
incredible. We should just remove how incredible that movie was.
The original 101 or Cruella?
Fans. Cruella.
Okay, yes.
Oh, yeah. Fabulous movie. Fabulous. Thrilling.
You know what I don't like, though? When dogs get kidnapped. Not one of my favorite things.
Yeah. That was
Could you imagine if Cheeky Mama got kidnapped? What would we do?
Oh, Cheeky Mama, the star of this. That was
Cheeky the star of 90 Day Fiancé.
What a cute name for a dog,
9.
too. I love Cheeky Mama.
It's adorable. Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Oh, Cheeky Mama. Dude, can I bring up one thing real quick?
Request granted.
Thank you. Yeah. I watched some American Idol on Sunday on Monday.
Did you really? A little trip down memory lane?
Let me tell you, they don't make them like they used to. These people are not that good.
Really? For singers?
I was not impressed.
Is this early stages? Is this early stages or late stages?
We got down to what they call the final 14 now, because America votes in the final 10, and then the judges like saved 4 people from like the vulnerable 10.
So they've gone to Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, they went to Hawaii, and then they went to Hollywood.
Wow,
it's very
a little more incentive.
And Lionel Richie and Katy Perry they don't give notes. Only Luke Bryan does. And then when Luke,
you want to see more constructive criticism given.
Yeah, they used to give constructive criticism, like Ray Jackson, Paul Abdul, and Simon would give strong opinions, and I think they would actually give them helpful things. And whenever Luke Bryan tries to actually give them like helpful notes, the crowd will like boo him for trying to help them, and Katy will be like, shut up. And I love Katy Perry, by the way. We love her on this podcast, but she'll just be like, you've climbed every mountain and you're so inspirational. Because every person that comes on is like a human interest piece, and they're all like,
oh yeah,
they're
of
all like, I
course.
have depression, or like I like
Mhm.
have OCD, or like something like that, and I've overcome it. Like that's what they do.
Right, it's like they do that on like America's Got Talent too, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
all like
uh-huh.
that. Like that's the focus. Like you don't actually
Right.
have to be that good at singing to get on the show.
You just have to have a good backstory.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
one of the contestants is like the Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer's daughters. You know, you just have to have
Oh,
like
I see.
something that makes you interesting. You don't have to be that good at singing.
Yeah. You gotta pick up a juggling ball and learn how to juggle if you want to get on the
Yeah.
show.
Now,
You
some
gotta
people
have
are
full
very
background.
talented, but for the most part, they don't come close to Ruben Sutter. That's all I'm saying.
The Rubens, the Clarksons, the
Taylor
Daughtries,
Hicks. I mean,
the
that's what I'm talking
Hicks.
about. Yeah. But the
He's
reason
the
I bring this
harmonica
up
guy,
is
right?
because they hit one of my pet peeves, and my pet peeve
Yeah.
is when people take arrangements of fun, upbeat songs and then they arrange it to be slow and boring. Why would you take a fun song and they're like, what if we made it sad and not fun? Oh, isn't that
Yeah.
fun? No,
Imagine if they
not
did
fun.
that with Party Rockers in the House tonight.
Yeah,
Right?
I
No,
would
thank
sue.
you.
I would sue.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did that for 90 Day Fiancé and they made it 180 day marriage.
Yeah,
Actually,
no
that'd be
thanks.
pretty good.
Actually,
That'd
that would
pretty
be good. I'd be into that.
All right, but what
I'd
if they
watch
made
that.
it like normal amount fiance? Like that wouldn't be
Yeah.
great.
What was the point of this again?
I just wanted to. Well, it's reality TV, and I wanted to just
You
talk
just
about
had to
reality TV,
shout
and I
out to
wanted to
American
talk about
Idol.
one of my pet peeves. So I just
Is
wanted
Ryan
to
Seacrest still on that show?
yeah,
Is he really?
and he still does his radio show and Kelly and Ryan. So he's like taking red eyes like back and forth like
Oh
the
my
whole fucking
God.
time.
Jeez.
But I
That's
thought that
ridiculous.
reality TV is relevant.
Yeah, of course.
So
Of
we are
course.
going to cover 90 Day Fiance now, though. I think we should
And
probably get into it.
we're gonna cover American Idol too, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
every episode of this, I'm gonna.
We're also gonna recap American
There's
Idol.
no
That's
way
it.
I'm gonna watch any more American Idol. It was not up to snuff. It was not good enough for my taste.
So in other words, you were sitting there watching the show, and you, in your Simon Cowell voice, looked at the TV and said, "That's gonna be a no from me."
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, Simon said that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog. That's what he was saying.
Oh wait, so that's Simon and Randy together.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, should we talk about the show? Did you
Let's
enjoy
do it.
Did you
I
enjoy
did enjoy
your,
it. I
your
really
first full episode of
My
90 Day Fiance?
My first full episode experience. I enjoyed it, and it looks like they didn't introduce all of the couples either.
Yeah, that's
There's
common.
still going to be more. Okay.
Yeah.
So what? Walk me through that really quick. How many? When is going to be the last episode where we have all couples introduced?
I think probably you'll see all of them next episode, but who
Okay.
knows?
Gotcha. I mean, the couples that we got introduced to in this episode were all fun and have great setups for potential problems.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say they have a large amount of issues.
No, that was producer speak, I guess. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they've got a lot in place for drama this season. Yes.
Yeah, I'm really stoked for how messed up a lot is going to be, and also, I can see some maybe some great love between them too. I think we'll get some good love moments too, and I'm excited to see, but also some really big drama, which is what we're here for.
A lot of
here for
couples
the
living with their
drama.
parents too, by the way.
Yeah, that happens a lot because they're trying to like save money, because the K1 visas can be very expensive. They can be at least $5,000 because you have to go through lawyers and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. What we learn on the show, and then you have to think like how expensive it is to travel
Sure.
all the way here, and then to like live together. So people often move home with their parents, and then that is just what is like so amazing, is making them live with their parents, and their parents never really trust the fiancés. Because
I mean, even in just the first episode that I watched the last season, it was the same thing. It was like all of the parents are just afraid that their kids are getting scammed somehow, or
they
something.
always think that they're just in it for the green card. Like it's such a big deal that somebody wants to, like, it's like, who cares? Like, It's like the kid has like no assets anyway. Like, what are they getting from it? Like, what's the big deal?
Exactly.
He doesn't have assets. Like, who cares? That's like, but I think half the time it's like, okay, if the guy has assets, yeah, just get a prenup. But
Right.
whatever. Half the time I'm like, what is the person even gonna get?
Well, in Miona's case, she might be able to get the band, the
Yeah,
space rock band. Right?
Miona Ono, more like it.
I
That's what's
know.
happening. I'm so excited for this. This is
Miyoko
gonna be fun.
Ono.
I love all the clips that we get about coming up, and I had to get
Oh
some of
man,
these
yes.
all these sound bites. So we already heard the one of of Jabri saying she's finally here, let's go. But we have one of Guillermo that we're going to hear in a later episode of him saying,
I don't have butterflies. I have an octopus inside of me.
"Oh, kinky. Oh, hello." Hello.
Because he had octopus for lunch.
Yeah,
right?
no,
That's what it was.
I think I've seen that cartoon too. So I think we've all been there before.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's where you're going with it.
hello.
You dirty dog.
I didn't know that's what the channel was. And we don't know this guy yet, but this guy is saying,
Are you going to choose a bikini over me?
"Whoa, he's gonna choose a bikini over me? What?"
Tough choice. Tough choice.
Choices with the K1 visa in play.
Him. Oh, tough.
It depends on the cut of the bikini, the cloth, the pattern. We're gonna need to see the bikini. We're gonna need to see it next to him.
Yeah.
How much is he making? We're gonna need to know.
Let's get the parents' input on that. Bikini.
Yeah. I mean,
it's important. You got to get the parents' viewpoint on all these things.
There was also one really big sound clip in these previews of the episode that really stood out to me. I wonder if this stood out to you too, Ben.
I feel like I'm being given an ultimatum.
Did you hear that, Ben?
Oh yes. And then she replied, "Yeah, that's a great
exactly."
way of putting it."
So if you guys haven't,
I wonder if there's
out,
a show they could go on.
Yeah, I know. If you guys haven't checked out Netflix's The Ultimatum, you might as well just listen to our coverage of The Ultimatum. We've covered every episode, so you don't even have to watch it. You can just listen to our recaps.
Correct.
Yeah. A friend of mine doesn't even watch a lot of the seasons of 90 Day Fiancé. He just watches and listens to recaps. So you can just, follow along with us. You don't need to.
Yeah.
We have fans that actually just don't watch shows. They just listen to our podcast. So you're good with us. You're good.
We're just that great.
We are that great. So we meet Bilal. He's 42 years old. He lives in Kansas City, Missouri. He lets us know he's hood bougie.
Mm-hmm.
He drinks sparkling water. He wears nice suits.
I like that sparkling water is considered bougie.
He's so bougie, dude. He wears suits. It's so bougie. He goes to Whole Foods, which is very bougie.
Very bougie. Yeah.
Even though Whole Foods has been made a lot more affordable recently, but I guess it's still bougie.
Yeah. Are we doing a Whole Foods commercial now?
I'm just wondering. You're right. Anyway, he plays chess too, and he is OCD.
I was just gonna say, how could you play chess with that guy? The second you put one pawn out, he's like trying to put it back.
Putting it back.
He's like, no, it should be just like this.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's like Monk. He goes around and he's rearranging the pillows and dusting and the lamps. Yeah.
Don't try to cheat on him. He'll figure it out instantly. But it's good because if you're murdered, he'll figure out who killed you.
How did a camera crew survive in his house, by the way? Like I've been on multiple shoots. It gets messy. Like there's a lot of equipment everywhere.
You have to wear like the murder scene booties and stuff. You have to crafty. They had to be in a tent outside even when it's cold and shit. Yeah. He was born and raised Muslim. It is the root of who he is, it says, and he is a realtor, investor, and real estate agent.
Yeah. It's got a nice house.
Yeah. And today's client is his ex-wife. and it's for her and her new husband, our current husband.
I bet it was just so crazy for him to open that door. He knew he had a client at that time. He opens that door and he goes, "What?
Yeah,
It's
maybe
my
this was
ex-wife."
maybe they were both pranksters and that's how they met. So this is
Yeah,
her
yeah,
prank. She's like,
definitely.
"Gotcha! I'm the
Gotcha.
client."
Gotcha. I'm gonna buy a house from you.
Full of pranks, these pranksters. He just thinks of the best pranks.
Get this guy on Impractical Jokers immediately.
Now his wife's name is we were trying to figure this out right before we went on last second, and
Shahida?
it's either Shahida or Shahida or something similar. Please forgive us. We are notoriously terrible at names, but we did write it down. We have the spelling correct. We're just not sure. We know that his fiance's name is Shaida.
Shaida and Shahida, I think, are the
Yeah, his fiance is Shaida, but this is like Shahida, whatever. So she only trusts him to be the realtor. They were married for 10 years and they have 2 kids. He says that the divorce made him feel like a failure. So when he met Shaida, who is his fiance, it felt like a gift, a present.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's very sweet.
She's 37 years old, a yoga instructor, and is from Trinidad and Tobago. She slid into his DMs, and because the name is so close to his ex-wife's, he actually avoided talking to her originally, but eventually he gave in. They talked to her a while, and then at some point he went to go visit her.
Yeah. Cool.
He spent 7 days with her in Trinidad, and then he proposed.
As you do.
These people on the show are so wild, man. It's just
he brought a ring with him. Just in case.
Yeah, just so casually. It's like
never met her in person before, but I'm going to bring a ring. Yeah.
No, I never met her in person. But I just knew, the 7 days I probably just, proposed to her because we DM'd a lot. And then I met her, I just thought that this would be a reasonable thing to do.
I mean, it's a whole week. If you don't know by the end of a week, then what do you go back home?
Maybe we just don't know what love is. How long have you been with your wife?
I want to say almost 11 years now.
Yeah, I've been with my girlfriend for almost 8 years. Yeah, well, you don't understand. Yeah. So they applied for the K1 visa so they could start their lives together ASAP, but he hasn't seen her close to 2 years due to COVID, which sucks. I'm surprised how many of these people had these issues and then still stay together.
Went through with it.
Well, yeah, I feel like I'd just be like, I could probably just make this connection again. But I only saw her for 7 days, I probably just DM somebody else in a foreign country and then reconnect,
No, they were
But
zooming.
I think that is what proves that they do make real connections. I'm just saying. I'm being cynical.
True. Yeah.
And I have said I've watched a few seasons of the show. These relationships that they make are often real, and a lot of the marriages that are made on this show do last.
Yeah.
And they have kids, and as wild as they seem, they do really work out. So for
to
many
be fair,
years,
too, during the height of the pandemic, every relationship was, zooming and long distance, so to speak, right?
Mine wasn't.
Well, not the people who live together, but people who didn't. You know what I mean? A lot of people. Okay, yes. A lot of people were zooming. They're a bunch of zoomers.
Yeah, everyone was Gen Z.
Yes.
So he breaks the news to his ex-wife, and she's like, "Well, this could be an issue. What if Shaida leaves her socks on the floor? That could be a deal breaker. What if she really wants to play chess with you?
What if she wants to open a bag of Lay's potato chips?
Yeah." So apparently they aren't legally married yet, but they've had a spiritual union, which is marriage under the eyes of God, so they are able to live together.
Yes.
Smart, very savvy.
Very smart.
Very savvy, very smart. I see what you did there.
Yep.
And
now they can do anything. They can stay
Yeah.
up late. They can eat candy.
They can clean at all hours of the day.
Genius move. That's like a checkmate right there. He's playing chess.
Yeah.
You know.
And his ex-wife is the first person that we see in his life to be like, so are you sure about this whole, 2 years ago you meet somebody for 7 days and then you just propose to them, and then 2 years later you're going to bring them into our children's lives and maybe give her access to your money and house and this whole thing. Maybe
And do you have a prenup?
Yeah, maybe she's just in it for the money. And this is where he reveals that he's never shown her his house, and that he's only shown her the fucking wall, Ben.
This is where things get weird with him.
So he doesn't trust her.
Yeah, already off the bat.
There's no trust.
That's not good. That's not
It's like
good.
maybe if in the beginning he was doing this, maybe
Why not show her the house? I don't
like maybe if in the beginning I would cut him a little slack if he was having like trust issues and then had to like warm into it. I could cut him some slack.
But they're engaged.
But yeah, at this point, the fact that he still hasn't shown her the house, I'm like, if you can't trust the person that you're engaged to,
you should
like
be engaged with them.
Yeah, and that's just like a big issue, man. Like it's not a good look. Like that is a major trust issue. Like I don't know if you're ready to be engaged, or if you should be engaged to someone that you don't know well enough, or maybe who lives abroad who you've only met for 7 days.
Yeah. And for the record, that childhood home that he tries to, what would you call it, dupe her with? Like that childhood home, as a millennial in a crazy housing market right now, I'm like, damn, that's a nice house. I'm like, I would buy that house, but it's probably like $500,000. Shit.
I don't think it's $500,000 in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh yeah, probably not. Probably not. I live in Denver, so
yeah, it's not $500,000.
It's a house that looks like that in Denver is probably I'm just $750,000. Yeah.
I'm just guessing that the housing market in Missouri is not that bad, but I'm not sure.
Doesn't seem that bad to me.
Also, I'm just saying it doesn't seem that bad, but the house is definitely fixer-upper. But yeah, sure. I agree with you.
But yeah, like it's a house.
No, definitely. Definitely. But
I'm just saying, like
he definitely has made it seem like he has more money than that house.
Yes,
to her.
For sure. Well, his bigger house is gorgeous. It's really nice.
So no, but I do agree with you.
Yes.
I'm not trying to make it seem like I don't.
Having a house is nice. That's all I'm saying.
That is definitely what I'm saying.
Any house at all.
But his I do like how she says it's a good little game to play, but you crazy for that one, I believe is the quote.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. And then the prenup things comes up, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think I think that you would sign the prenup with anyone. It's not just because of the situation. You would sign a prenup with anyone because of the kids being involved.
Definitely.
I think you sign a prenup because you're going to leave stuff to the kids and the amount of
it's only the right thing to do
that
for
he has,
your wife and
unless
kids.
the person you're with, you've known them for a very long time. Maybe you dated for an extremely long amount of time and they have equal amount of assets, but the prenup is pretty standard for somebody that's like this,
in this situation. It makes complete sense. You should. It's your responsibility.
I mean, hopefully it's a fair prenup. Like we've seen on earlier seasons of the show that this guy kind of roped someone into a prenup, and the lawyer was like, "You can't sign this," to the person that he tried to get into the prenup.
Oh, really?
Because it didn't leave her with anything. It was like, if you marry this man and then like he dies or gets hurt, like you're not gonna have anything. Like it's all gonna go to his kids, and then you're fucked, or it's basically like he can one day just change all the locks on the doors, and then you're stranded and you won't have anything. And it's like when you marry someone, like that, there should be some kind of like support, which I feel like Bilal would do. It needs to be, when
he seems like that kind of guy. He's a stand-up guy.
There's just some kind of like things that like a prenup.
Although he is a prankster,
Well, I
He
think
could
it could
prank
be a
her in the
prank.
prenup.
It could be a prank prenup.
Yeah,
It was just kind of the situation of on the show. It was this guy Mark, and he engaged. Fuck, I can't think of her name off the head, but he was like 50 something, and she was 18 from the
What?
Philippines. Yeah, dude, you gotta check this out. It's so fucked up. He was such a disgusting
What
pig.
the fuck?
And
What is this show?
he met her and like proposed to her on like the second date they ever had, and she was from the same exact city in the Philippines that his ex-wife was from.
Wow.
Their marriage didn't work out after like 6 years. They actually just broke up recently. So
Wow,
spoilers.
I can't believe it didn't last.
Yeah, but they got married on the show. They did have to get married. She did sign the prenup. Sorry, spoilers, but come on. You gotta check out that. I think that's season 3. It's a good one.
Good Lord.
Dude, you gotta watch all the
This is
seasons.
very
They're so good.
disturbing.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus.
Dude, this show is so good.
No, I will say though, just on Bilal, I really like Bilal as a character. He seems like a sweet guy, but he's also got this
Kind of.
he's also got this prankster side to him, which
That's a really nice way of putting it.
yeah, it is.
You say prankster, I say disturbed.
Disturbed. Very disturbed. Yes.
Like he's like honestly disturbed. Just like his trust issues, just like it's like, but it's like trust issues that are like really make him kind of like twisted almost. You know,
Yeah.
it's like okay, I have trust issues, but I'm gonna give you trust issues. Like
Right.
Like this
Not
whole,
the
like,
way to start things out.
yeah,
with your
and like the whole like
fiance.
not showing you my house thing, like avoiding confrontation. It's just kind of
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
I
I do
really
really like the women in his life though. His sister and his ex-wife. I think they're very measured people. They're giving very good advice to him. He better listen to them.
Yeah, no, and I like the way he talks to them. I really like the scene with his kids, you know?
Yeah,
like he does
cute.
come off really well. I just think the way that
Totally.
he's dealing with his relationship is very strange.
Yeah.
And this whole prank thing is like, okay, so
it's not a prank. I mean,
yeah, okay.
He calls it a prank.
Number one,
yeah.
it's not a prank. 2, okay, the prank isn't funny. It is funny to us.
It's funny
because
to
it's
the
good
viewers.
TV, but it's not funny.
It's not cool. Let's say that. It's
but
not
it
a
is.
cool
All
thing
right, it's
to
not
do.
a funny prank, but the concept that we're watching it is very funny because it's so
Yes.
ridiculous. But it's not funny.
Yes, it's not funny in like the way that we're watching Impractical Jokers, but it's funny in the way that we're watching 90 Day Fiancé.
Yes.
Yes. The best way I can put it. It really is.
Yes. So how about Kara?
I live, breathe, and dream about balloons.
Yeah, me too. All I do is think about fucking balloons. We're gonna change the podcast to Balloon Alert.
Yeah. Yep. Well, she did say she's a party girl, so the natural next step is making balloons, Max. That's the natural.
Balloon drop. Here we go.
Balloon drop. There it is. Mom, Dad, I've decided to start my own business.
I love that they tried to make us believe that she is like a legitimate balloon business as she listed all the other odd jobs that she has.
Yeah. And she's trying to become a real estate agent too, right?
Yeah, I was like, what about the fucking balloon?
I know. Shouldn't she be rolling in the dough right now? What's going on?
I loved watching her like struggle with the balloons in her car. Fuck shit as they're like popping and like she only has like half a balloon thing left. I'm like, you should just make people come pick this up. I wouldn't. It's like I'd be like, you break it, you buy it. Like I'm not remaking it for you. You should rent a van if you want to make sure it doesn't break.
You know, at the height of the pandemic, that a lot of people started doing different things, writing more. People were doing puzzles,
making bread.
She chose balloons. That's amazing. I don't know. Everybody else is writing and working from home, and she's given all of her lung capacity to these balloons. If anything,
I live, breathe, and dream about balloons.
If anything, it probably actually helped her if she ever does get COVID, because she strengthened her lung capacity by blowing up all those balloons, right,
She's
Max?
gonna beat all David Blaine's like breath holding records too.
Right,
She's
yeah.
figured out the secret.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she says she's the epitome of party girl on the highest level. But then I'm like, have you met Emily? Are you kidding me? Emily really seems like she was the party girl. So they're gonna have
Oh,
to have a
yes.
party girl off. We need them at the reunion to like tell like go off and like tell their craziest stories, you know?
I think Emily wins that match. I really do.
Yeah,
Although,
like how
unless
many of your ex-boyfriends are incarcerated? Okay, that's what
But-
we need to know.
really, does Emily have a room full of balloons? I don't know
That
if she
is
is
true.
the
Maybe
biggest
Kara
party girl.
does win. That's true.
Yeah, you got to take that into account.
Yeah. So she was in the DR, Dominican Republic, and there was a waiter,
Yeah.
and he said, "Ladies tequila," and her friend says,
No, he said tequila time.
I wrote down that he said, "Ladies tequila."
He said ladies tequila time.
Oh, he said, "Ladies tequila." Okay, so he said, "Ladies tequila time."
Yeah.
Her friend
The
said,
three sexiest words you could ever hear, by the way.
her friend said he was a young boy, but Kara said, "But
He's a beautiful young boy.
he's a beautiful young boy."
He's almost of drinking age in the United States. I don't see what the big deal is here.
We love young boys. There's nothing sexier than a young boy, Kara thinks.
I'm now afraid that listeners are going to take that out of context.
What are you talking about? What's weird about saying that he's a beautiful young boy, Ben?
No, I'm afraid that they're going to take what you are saying out of context and then post it on YouTube.
What's weird about what I'm saying?
Nothing's weird.
He's a beautiful young boy.
What could be weird about that?
It certainly is. It's not as weird as calling his lips her pillows.
Even his grandmother says how he has a sexy mouth.
His grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So he's just a beautiful young boy whose grandmother thinks he has a sexy mouth. This whole description was so weird.
I can see why he fled Venezuela now.
I'm like, is she not listening to herself describe this man?
This boy.
This beautiful young boy
This
with
beautiful young
pillow
boy.
lips who you're engaged to?
And she's even like mothering him later in this episode too. Like,
Oh, so we're really getting weird right now.
seriously, he's like not doing the paperwork and she's doing it all for him. And she's like, I really worry about him.
You know, he's a very young boy.
She's like, I made some PBAs for him when I get off the plane in the DR.
Yeah, I have to escort him.
It's an interesting relationship, this one.
Yes, they haven't
very
seen each
interesting.
other for so she moved down there for a job, and they even adopted their dog Cheeky Mama together. And this is crazy. They actually spent 8 months together in person. This is not
Yes,
this is not common.
isn't it? Okay.
No, usually the people just meet online.
7-day average.
Maybe they
typically.
yeah, maybe they met, you know, and spent some time because they were on like a Mormon mission trip. Maybe somebody was studying abroad and they spent a little time together, you know.
Right. Okay.
8 months is a significant amount of time for a K-1 visa deal, you know.
Right.
Like it's like they had like a real relationship to really know that they wanted to be together. I mean, 8 months
Yeah.
is still pretty quick in my mind for an engagement, but still, that's
Yes. It's
and
more
it's-
than everybody else it would
Yes.
seem. For in-person.
especially for the yes, and then it's also very significant for like applying for the K-1 visa and then being separated for a year because of COVID.
Yes.
Like I was like, oh, that's really hard. Like
Yeah.
that would be really difficult.
Right.
So I felt for them there. But then we learn he has the expired passport. but
Oh
then, like,
yeah.
he's allowed to use it because of visa purposes, but
'Cause of
he's
COVID
nervous
maybe, or-
about it. They made it seem like it was an issue because of like the Venezuelan government is
has issues with the United States. Yeah.
or that just like the Venezuelan government is in Venezuela is having some turmoil issues, so it's
Right.
hard to get maybe it's hard to get a new passport, so the United States is accepting expired passports. I don't know. I haven't done the research, but maybe that's what's going on.
Well, they sound pretty worried about it, like they might not accept it. So
yeah, but it seems that maybe they will accept it, but they're just a little
I don't know,
scared.
Max. I don't know. I think they could get rejected next episode, and then we never see their
Yeah, we'll never
story.
see them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah. All the camera crews in TLC being there will not help.
They don't have connections. Hollywood. No. Forget it.
But yeah, they're FaceTiming, and she said if she didn't push him, none of this would have gotten done.
Yeah. Well, he's too busy out playing soccer with his buddies.
Yeah.
You know.
She had to do all the paperwork. She's concerned about how young he is. Like maybe he doesn't take things seriously enough. He is,
He's a beautiful young boy.
But he's only 23.
Oh, yeah.
Her
You
big
can
fear
tell
is that
she misses being down there in the DR and bringing orange slices to his soccer games at halftime. You know.
she misses talking about how sexy he is with his grandmother.
That's how they bonded, right?
Yeah.
Her and his grandma, they got off on that foot of talking about his sexy pillow lips.
Her big fear is that he won't like his life here. He won't have his friends. All he will have is her. I would love that. I would love to date somebody with no friends, nowhere to go. When you're on the K1 visa, they can't work. All they have is me, right? Is that the dream, Ben?
That's the
All
dream,
you can
baby. That's
focus
what we all
on
strive for.
Is me. Me.
What more
What
could
is
you
she
want?
worried about?
Me and my balloons. That's it. Now I got
I live, breathe, and dream about balloons.
And now he does too.
Yeah, now she's got a second pair of lungs to fill up some balloons. Twice the amount of
Exactly.
balloons in twice
Yes,
the amount
just
of time.
don't tell the government that he's secretly working for you. Just don't let them know.
Right. Yes. No, he's not an employee. It's just a hobby for him.
Yeah, that's what's fucked up about the K1 visa. That makes it really difficult. It's like they can't work, and then they can't,
Insane.
and then they can't really work until they get the green card either. And you don't get the green card for a very long time, up until like maybe a year or more later. After
How do they expect them to get their feet on the ground and start a life? It's very stupid.
I think they want to make it very. They want to not make it easy for someone to just come get married and live in the country. You know, they don't want to make it like an easy way to get U.S. citizen status.
Well, I disagree. I think they should be allowed to work.
Yeah, no,
That's all I'm saying.
I do too. I'm just letting you know what I think that is what the U.S.
Yes.
citizens. I'm just letting you know that that's what I think the status is. And then even when they do get married, they want to make sure that the marriage is legitimate. So that's why they make them wait a long time to even get the green card then, even after the engagement.
Right.
So then we meet Jabri. He lives in Rapid City, South Dakota. He's 28. Do you know growing up he was a jellyfish in a small pond?
That's cute.
He's electric.
Yeah. I liked his Rat Race song.
Oh, I have it.
All right, I'm gonna go stupid on this one, bro.
Cause I've been stuck up in a rat race, chasing material. Life's like a merry-go rat race, chasing material. Damn, where my money go?
That's it. I love that he made that song for what I presume is his favorite movie, Rat Race.
Yes.
Right?
Was Whoopi in that movie?
Oh yeah, Whoopi was in it. John Lovitz.
Yes. Smash Mouth was in that movie.
Smash Mouth was in that movie. Yep.
Rat race, chasing material. Damn, where my money go? I was stupid on that one, Ben. I was stupid.
It's good. It's good.
Rat race. Yeah. Solo.
You a fan?
Yeah.
Eh.
Yo, he's goofy though. He picks up a lot of praying mantises. Did you see there were like multiple shots of him?
Dude, he's
he
crazy.
just goes over. He's like, I'm the jester. I just pick up praying mantises out everywhere
Dude,
I go.
he's crazy.
He's a wild child.
I
man.
mean, if we're comparing party animals, maybe he should be in the mix.
Yeah, he should be in. He should definitely be in the mix.
You got one person blowing up balloons, and then you got another person picking up praying mantises. Let's get all these people together for the biggest rager of all time, huh?
Compare stories. I mean, but he likes to go to Serbia a lot. He's been there over 10 times. He likes to go there on tour with his band, the Black Serbs.
Yeah,
and
his best friend is in the band with him.
Yes,
which I think becomes important.
Yeah, it looks like they're
based on the
fight.
preview for next. Yeah.
Dude, all these clips got me really excited for the season. I'm like, this is gonna get wild, man.
Miyono Oko.
Yeah. Around 2 years ago, he met Miona while he was on tour. He feels she is his soulmate. They got engaged in Thailand, and he was in a red suit. She was in a yellow dress, and they looked like ketchup and mustard. And that's how we got the episode title, Ketchup to My Mustard. So
awesome.
Fun little tidbit.
Incoming promotion from Heinz. Coming soon.
He spent just 7 days with her in Trinidad. No, oops, I just read the totally wrong thing. Sorry, I was totally confused. He left home at 17 and he ended up in LA, but they've spent a lot of money on travel. Damn, where my money go? And the K1 visa also costs money, so he had to move home to Rapid City to save money. So they're in South Dakota now. He's living with the family.
It's great. She's gonna love it. I bet she's gonna love it.
It really sounds like she's really excited about it.
Yeah, she sees all the glitz and glam of Hollywood, and that's what America's like, right? All of America's like that.
His mom
like that.
His mom has really cool glasses.
She does. Yeah, I like.
Yeah, she's nervous about Miona's social media presence and that she's gonna pressure him into moving to Beverly Hills. But Jabri's a hustler and he can sell salt to a slug, so it's not going to be a problem.
It's not going to be an issue. No,
he's going to sell salt to all the slugs.
One big song. That's all it's going to take. Rat Race is going to explode any day now. Any day it's going to explode.
All the nostalgia for the classic Whoopi Goldberg Smash Mouth hit. It's just.
One day people are going to realize that it's a classic. One day.
This really stood out to me because they're trying to get Jabri to listen to their advice on the situation, and he's not hearing it.
Sometimes we offer up advice based on what we know.
Okay.
And you sometimes ignore advice.
Like when?
When you jumped off a bridge onto a train.
That was for a music video, but I should have got a stunt man. My foot still hurts from that.
Literally when you jumped off a fucking bridge and we told you don't jump off a fucking bridge.
And he's like, oh yeah, I did. Shouldn't have done that. That was the rat race.
You wouldn't think that common phrase of, well, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it? You wouldn't think that would manifest into actually him doing it.
But with Jabri, he's the jester. You know, he saw a praying mantis on the top of the train. He had to go pick it up, okay? The stuntman was going to pick it up.
Why be a jellyfish when you can be a flying jellyfish?
Exactly.
In a small pond? Come on.
I love how the stepdad also says that they're going to have 3 strong personalities in the house now. He's like, I'm not a strong personality. I can't take it.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Just go grab your paper and sit in the corner and relax. Okay, Brian? Sheesh.
Yeah. we get Bilal with Yusuf and Zaina, his kids, and basically he's just like, yeah, family is really important to me. Can you believe that, Ben? Somebody who family is important to?
That's beautiful.
I can't believe it.
That's honestly really touching.
That's really unique.
Yeah. Special. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen this before.
The kids are like, oh, so that woman's coming? Okay.
Who?
Cool.
Who?
They might give her a pet name, though. What do you think?
Like Sparky? Yeah.
Sport Spike, maybe?
He's like, you can call her whatever you want. She does not get a choice in this. You can call her whatever you want.
Rover. Rufus. Mimi. What about Cheeky Mama?
Cheeky
Can we
Mama,
call her
love
Cheeky
that.
Mama?
She'll love Cheeky Mama. But this was nice when he was like, she'll never be your mother. You already have her mom. That was really good. And like made them feel good. That was nice. This was a nice scene. And then he pulls a prank on them and he flipped to the boat and he
This old goof.
and he ripped off their life jackets and he made them swim to shore themselves. It's a prank.
Gotcha.
And then he's back at the house and he's doing the thing where he's FaceTiming against the wall.
Yeah.
And she's like, why can't I see your house still? And he's like, because I don't trust you still, even though you're going to see my house in a few days. Ha ha.
Though sits down on the floor in the corner against the wall because he doesn't want to ruin the couch when he sits down on it. Do you think that could be the case? Just because he's got OCD?
So it has nothing to do with not trusting her. It's just like,
No.
oh, okay.
I think it's an OCD thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that could definitely be it.
Or it serves two purposes at once. Yeah.
Yeah. We also hear that she's a little scared about being a bonus mom, she says. That's her phrasing. And he's like, if you trust yourself, you'll be good. You'll be good. But she does bring up that she's 37. She feels that the clock is ticking and she wants kids. And he avoids it. And she's like, whenever I bring this up, you always avoid it. And then he just avoids it again.
Well, I mean, can you imagine how messy a baby's going to be in that beautiful house? Gonna throw up all over the place. No thanks.
He is not good in this relationship. We have not seen him.
They're
him
not
be
off
good
on the
once.
right foot. They really are not.
The only good thing he does is like leave out like nice gifts for her in the house that he is going to take her to second after doing a terrible quote unquote prank.
Yeah. How have they not communicated a lot of these issues?
Because he won't do it.
You get engaged to a person only to later find out that this person wants kids or doesn't want to be a bonus mom. What the hell?
Well, I think she does want to. She's just nervous.
She's hesitant. Yeah.
She's nervous.
Yeah.
But then she wants, I think she's probably repeatedly talked about wanting kids, but he just won't communicate.
We won't have that conversation yet.
Yeah. And she's like, can we please? And he's like, oh, I gotta go clean the chess set.
My rook is a little dirty. Oh. Yeah.
Oh my God. But things get really exciting because Emily has a pony, everybody.
How did I know?
Thank
How
you.
did I know you were going to squeeze that horse soundbite in there from an ultimatum? Sheesh.
Because there was a pony. And she lives in Salina. Salina, right? That's how you say it?
I think
Salina?
so. Yeah.
Yep. And
Salina.
she says,
It's basically a one-horse town.
which is interesting because we only see like one pony, so that makes sense.
Yep.
It's a one horse town.
Yeah. There's only one horse in that whole town.
Yeah. She wanted to do bigger things in life. So she went to college. Her wild child came out. She went to Thailand. She went to China and she taught English there for 2 months. But one night she met Kobe. He's 34 and from Cameroon.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Party queen.
She says, her words, she loves black guys, so she found the only black guy in China, which is an amazing statistic. I didn't know that
Wow. So yeah, there's one horse
Salina,
in Salina, and there's one black person in China.
whatever year and month and time she was there.
Right, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And
These are interesting demographics. Yeah.
Yeah, she said the first night they met, they had really hot sex in the shower and on the floor for 2 hours, but then things got really serious.
Yeah.
And then he proposed to her, and they'd been engaged for 4 weeks, and her boobs hurt, and that's when it occurred to her that she was pregnant. And she took a test, and it was very positive. Very. She was very pregnant. This was not a joke, Ben. She was very positive.
Or no, not twins. Okay. Yeah. But that's not what that means.
She was very. It wasn't a half baby. It was a full on pregnancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That escalated quickly.
Things escalated very quickly.
You know what I got to say about Kobe though is I like Kobe. Him and I have a lot in common. He's an international underwear model.
Yes.
Just like me.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Apparently in the 2nd grade, she told the teacher she didn't need to learn math because she was going to be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. Sad news too.
I
That
said
that teacher killed herself that night. It's really sad.
What? I didn't know. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You got that information.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
It's weird because I also told the teacher that in the
Did you
2nd
really?
grade. Yeah, so it's weird that you had that connection with Kobe and I have
You were
that
gonna be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, so I didn't need to learn math. So I just really didn't want to learn math, so I would say anything. But yeah.
I actually told it to my freshman professor in polynomial calculus in college. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they decided to raise a kid in America and have him apply for the K-1 visa, and she moved back home to Salina. Her mom is a little concerned, though, about Kobe because her track record has not been great. And I'm like, yeah, but, a lot of people's track records have not been great. And this is where she's like, yeah, 2 of my exes have been incarcerated. And I was
what do you
like,
expect from the party queen, huh?
And I was like, oh, please tell more. But then we don't get more. And I was like,
what
damn
were
it.
the charges?
I know. Charges. I was like, okay, maybe your family does have the right to be a little concerned.
Yeah.
I'm like, how incarcerated? Like, how many years? Like, is it murder?
Is it 30 to life?
Drug crime? Like, how bad is it? We deserve to know.
It sounds like they're still incarcerated.
Dude, we have to interview her.
She said incarcerated present, right?
She said have been incarcerated.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So maybe not.
But she didn't say like have gone to jail. She said incarcerated. Like that's bad.
Yeah.
That's like prison.
Yeah.
It was like the guy from Making a Murderer or something.
Or it's that guy from what was that show that was really popular during the pandemic? I'm trying to remember.
Joe Exotic?
Joe Exotic. Yeah, it was Joe. She likes the bad boys.
Yeah. So a week before her due date, Kobe unfortunately was denied his visiting visa. That's super sad.
Yeah.
But the baby Coben is very cute.
At first I thought they said Coven. And I was like, they named a baby Coven during
I kept
COVID?
thinking that they kept saying COVID. They were like, you don't have to get married just because of COVID. And I was like, what?
I kept hearing that too.
I kept hearing COVID. I'm still not convinced that they weren't saying COVID the whole time.
I just kept hearing COVID. Oh, the life of 2022.
She's nervous that because she's changed physically, she said she has a mom bod now, and that they won't be able to go out as much when she was a party girl, that maybe he won't like things as much with her as they did when they were in China. But we'll see how it happens.
Drastically changed.
He should just be nervous about how much her parents will judge him all the time.
It's stacked against him from the get-go. Let's say that. Yeah.
But I have to say, I understand the hesitancy of her parents the most.
Because of her previous incarcerated boyfriends.
Just like the track record and everything that she has like told them about him.
Yeah.
And like she hasn't sold things well.
Yeah.
She's not selling the situation well.
Yeah. And her parents are in a later scene really good at reminding her, like, look, just because you have a kid doesn't mean you have to get married to this guy. You know, this guy can still be in your life in some ways, but you don't have to get married. You have options here going forward. Just make sure he's the right guy for you before you do it.
And also, like, leading into the next scene, they're also not like, when he arrives, we're gonna sit him down and let him know the rules and what we expect from him,
the dress code,
and tell him like, and be like really kind of like abrasive and rude to him when he comes in, like I've never heard before. You know, they're kind of just like, we're concerned, but like, you know, we'll see how things come. Like I expect that they'll be kind to him, you know, like I'm just saying that they're probably just like, before he arrives, being like, okay, these are our concerns and we're just going to let them be known, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think they were being that hostile or anything. I just think that they, so Jabri is mowing the lawn. He feels like he's 16 because his parents are giving him a bunch of chores.
You know, I hate chores too. I'm just like Jabri. I hate it too.
He FaceTimes Miona, who's out shopping, and says she's going to spend all her money. Rat race, where did my money go? Before she comes, and he's like, "Please don't spend all your money. Like, we need that money." And he tells us in confessional that he's been historically bad with money. Insert rat race here.
Yeah. Well, he can't. He doesn't even know how to start a lawnmower, so he couldn't mow lawns for money.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's the power plug to plug it in?" My electric lawnmower.
I was like, that lawnmower does not look electric. He's like, "Are you excited to see South Dakota?" Said no one ever. Who has ever said, "I'm excited to see South Dakota"? Because is Mount Rushmore there?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore's
okay,
there.
But they say I'm excited to see Mount Rushmore.
Maybe Wild Bill Hickok was
Wild Bill Hickok. Yes.
Deadwood.
We just lost all of our listeners from Dakota. Uh-oh, there we go.
We're getting into our historical nerdy side now.
Yeah. I could have and she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not. I could have just stayed here if I wanted to live in, like, South Dakota or some like rural place." And he's like, "But we could just live here for 6 to 12 months and maybe just get married here." She's like, getting married there sounds worse than living there. She needs the beach wedding.
She's like, "I want a beach wedding." And he's like, "How about my parents' backyard in South Dakota?"
He actually suggests a prairie wedding with horses, which sounds pretty dope. A pony wedding?
I'm waiting for something, Max. A prairie wedding with horses, you say? Yeah, and then a honeymoon at Mount Rushmore. What's she complaining about?
Yeah, what is she complaining about? But she would rather live there than get married there.
Yeah.
She needs the beach wedding. Don't they have a lake there that they can get married on with a beach? I guess no, they don't have sand anywhere in South Dakota.
Go to a golf course to Sand Trap. You have a beach wedding.
He asks her if she loves him enough to live with her in South Dakota for 12 months. And she says it's not about love.
She said, "What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to choose a bikini over me?
Yeah. And she's like, "Yes."
Yes, 100%.
Not. And she's like, "I need a beach wedding."
Gotta have that beach wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A prairie wedding sounds crazy with horses and prairie dogs and all that shit. That sounds dope.
Yeah. And then nothing else because it's a prairie.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work out. She she wants to move to America for like city stuff, and then he's like, "We're going to South Dakota." Like I just don't see it being
She
great.
just wants to go to Universal Studios,
Yeah,
and ride the rides, and now she's stuck in the plains of South Dakota.
he's like, "We can go see Mount Rushmore every day."
We could talk about which one we can rank the presidents on Mount Rushmore every day that we go, and God knows it's going to change almost every day because we can't decide who's our favorite. Is it Teddy? Is it George? Oh, it changes every day. We love it so much.
We get back with our girl Kara.
I live, breathe, and dream about balloons.
And she is here to finally meet with her.
He's a beautiful young boy.
Her beautiful young boy. But we finally meet Guillermo, and he said, he left Venezuela. He didn't want to get arrested in the protests.
Right.
And he basically tells the same story as Kara. And he said when he met her, wasn't looking for a relationship, but she is the one. And when they meet in the airport, it is magic. Amor, amor, amor. And basically he's just nervous about immigration because they expired passport, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Hope he makes it through.
Yes.
It'd be cool to see more of that story, and it would suck if it just abruptly ended out of nowhere because he got rejected.
It's gonna end. It's just gonna end. They're gonna include this for no reason. Emily. So this is where we get the family dinner, and it's a little awkward. Her dad in confessionals talking about the track record.
Yeah.
Her sister is like, "I'm the good one."
Yeah, that's why I thought.
One. I'm the good sister. She is the bad, no good sister. Did I get knocked up in China?
Yeah,
No.
I was just gonna say. So you're pregnant, and the baby daddy is not even here, and both of your last boyfriends were incarcerated. Mom, Dad, remind me again how many of my ex-boyfriends were incarcerated? Oh, that's right, none.
Her dad is also like, "Are you sure this is the guy?" Because her mom is like, "Because you have a baby together, that doesn't mean you have to get married."
Yeah.
And the dad is like, "Don't be afraid to call it off, And then Emily's like, "You guys got engaged after the month." And they were like, "That was the 70s. That was a long time ago." She got them there, though. They got engaged after a month.
I will say the dad kind of he can pretty much say whatever he wants since he's going to be supporting all of them.
Yeah, that's
the
comes
next
up.
6 months.
They're like, "Are you going to be nanny?" And she's like, "No." So he's like, "So I'm going to have to support both of you for 6 months?" And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
How much is TLC paying us again?
Yeah,
I'm getting all that money, right?
Probably nothing. It always seems like nothing.
Yeah. I'm sure they get a per episode fee or something.
Yeah, but I mean, like the Instagram follows and sponsorships, like that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
because the show is so popular.
So that dad will get some sponsorships. That's good.
Oh yeah. If he plays his cards right and starts thirst trapping, he'll be good.
He's gonna be the next face of McDonald's. Or
OnlyFans, dude. If he does OnlyFans,
he's gonna get an OnlyFans.
Only dads.
It's just gonna show his feet all the time on.
Yeah. Hey, we all know we want to see him. We're just not talking about it. Her mom is like, "We hope he's great, but he might be a different person. He might be catfishing you. So just be careful." I met him, Mom. Emily is like,
how would a catfish have gotten her pregnant?
I know. Mommy impregnated me.
Sounds like he's got some financial woes too, is what they've been. Is what they're getting at. He makes bad business decisions, they say.
Well, yeah, he said that he invested and opened up a cafe like right after they got the K1 visa and 4 months before he was coming here. And his dad's like, sounds like he doesn't know how to make money because that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you invest and open up a cafe
And then
4
leave.
months before you're moving to America?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. And then Emily like admits it. She's like, yeah, he's not good with money. And I'm like, what? You're not selling this guy very well. You're not good at selling things either. Neither of you are very
What
good
if he
at it.
invested in that cafe because he plans on going
That's
back?
what I was thinking. Maybe he's just here to see his kid for 90 days, then he's going to peace out.
Yeah. Yeah. Thought crossed my mind. Why would you do a long-term investment on something in Cameroon if you're going to the United States? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't think you could just call it stupidity. Like there might be motive behind it.
No, it is very concerning.
Yeah.
There were 2 other things that stood out to me in this conversation. The
Mhm.
first one is she said he doesn't know Mommy M, much like that. Mommy M, that's her new alter
That's
ego.
cute. Yeah.
The second thing is he made them promise not to get pregnant, but I remember from the first preview them taking a pregnancy test and her saying, I can't get pregnant. So I wonder if she'll get pregnant again, which would definitely throw a wrench in the situation. Drama!
Didn't at the beginning of the episode when they were previewing the whole rest of the season, they are taking a pregnancy test in like a shopping mall in one of the
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell me.
You're not gonna tempt me.
He tempted her with that unprotected sex again, even though she had birth control available. She's like, I have it. I'm just unchecking it. And her mom's like, just fucking take it, please. Start fucking taking it. Do not get pregnant. And she's like, I'm the bad girl. I make bad decisions. Me and my sister are yin and yang. If I don't make bad decisions, how can she make good decisions? That's how it works.
There might be a little Kobina coming into the world soon. Who knows? A little Kobina.
COVIDina?
Corona?
COVID and Corona. So back with Jabri, Miona is coming in a few days. He's getting ready for arrival. He's setting up a clothing rack, and he apparently told her to get rid of her old clothes, but instead she made new clothes. And his mom is like, "Is this for the clothes that she wears on Instagram?"
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. And
his mom is being ridiculous.
Are you going to have a conversation about the way she dresses? And in confessional, his mom is like, when you are a guest in someone's home, you have to make sure you don't make other people uncomfortable. And Jabri is like, Instagram, that's like a persona,
Yeah.
She's not going to like.
She's not going to be wearing lingerie all over the house.
No, she's just going to wear like a thong and just that over the house. And she's going to be posing too. She's going to be sticking her ass out like everywhere, doing like ass
Instead
up.
of sitting down at the dinner table, she's going to be leaning on the dinner table with her ass up.
She's twerking
the whole time.
She's going to be doing ass photo optimal poses all over the house, those poses that like make your ass look bigger. She's going to be doing those in like that's the only way she knows how to stand now. Jabri is like, my mom is a feminist from like Portland. Like she grew up going to nude beaches,
with
she,
grandma. He said
his grandma and his mom. He's like, my mom went to the bookstore from Portlandia. Like, I just don't know like what's going on. Then his mom is like, how will we go about talking to her? I think we should have an intervention where we chain her to the table. Her a
timeout.
We slut shame her. We call her a stupid hoe. I think.
What if we just ground her the first day she comes? 90-day grounding.
What
if she can't go anywhere?
What if in the middle of the night I burn all of her clothes and I give her burqas just so she can adapt to the South Dakotan way of life? Insane. She's like, I saw you talking to her FaceTime. She called you stupid. Will she call me stupid? And like how he's like, hopefully not.
He's like, hopefully she'll just think it.
Yeah.
Not say it out loud. Well, Mom, it depends on whether or not you tell her how to dress in your home.
Yeah, and he's like, well, can you just give her a chance? And she's like, well, I will, but first we have to talk about expectations and responsibilities to each other. Imagine meeting someone's family for the first time and then being like, okay, we're going to sit down and have an expectations and responsibilities thing like you're
Wow.
like a 2-year-old. It's like, that's just not a very welcoming thing to do. Usually it's like you just meet and they say you're going to have a good time. Maybe they give you like a lay of the land and let you know kind of like how things work around the house
Yeah.
in like a very polite way. And
Take
then
a fun road trip to Mount Rushmore.
yeah, and then
Come on.
maybe if an issue comes up, they tell you about it. You know, if
Yeah.
if they were uncomfortable with the way you were dressing, they would just tell you, or Jabri would tell you. But
Yeah.
they don't need to make it like an. Why are they making everything an issue before it's
Yeah.
even happened?
Yeah. They should be passive aggressive. That's what they should do.
Yeah, why can't they just be passive aggressive? Why do they have to be so aggressive about it?
It's weird.
Just remember, everything you see on the internet is true and real.
Right. Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
She's
Yeah.
gonna everything they see on social media. I love how they think she's gonna dress. She's gonna walk around.
It's out of character for a South Dakotan, I feel like, to do this because the Midwestern way is to be completely passive.
Yes.
and not say
Well,
anything.
she's from
direct.
Portland. You know, people from Portland are really aggressive. They're a
They're
really
crazy.
aggressive type. They're crazy
Yeah.
people.
They're keep Portland weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is where we get Bilal's antics. So Shida is arriving today, but he's making sure the house looks perfect. So his
Yeah, he's
sister,
fluffing pillows.
his sister arrives with balloons, and you have to wonder if Kara maybe sent them over.
Let's hope. A nice little arrangement. You know what? I was
I live, breathe, and dream about balloons.
You know what I was just thinking about? He's
Balloons?
well, yes, that, but also Bilal. He's always fluffing these pillows. Do you
Like
think
calling
that?
him a fluffer?
Do you think that he would ever, when he looks at Guillermo, if he ever saw Guillermo's lips, do you think he'd want to fluff his pillow lips?
Well,
He's a beautiful young boy.
so probably. He's a beautiful young boy with a sexy mouth. Even his grandmother knows that. So he'd probably fluff his lips. He'd take his lips and just start fluffing them. Your lips look a little unfluffed. Let me get in there.
Let me
Get in there, you beautiful young boy.
let me smooth out those lips.
Yeah, definitely. So his sister helps out with some weird stuff, like laying out rose petals for the bed.
That was a little weird.
And then he has all this like Missouri.
She's his wingman, right? That's what it
Yeah,
is.
all this like Missouri swag, like t-shirt, so she
Yeah.
can look like a tourist the whole time that she lives there.
That's what I was thinking too. Like the gateway to the West.
Yeah,
shirt.
you know how you don't want to wear like unless it's like a Dead concert or like an Iron Maiden concert, you don't want to wear the band's t-shirt when you
Yeah.
go to see them at a concert.
Yeah.
It's like, do you really want to wear like you don't want to like wear like the you don't want to wear like the swag of the city that you're living in and you look like a tourist. So I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's very nice gestures that he is doing. Just maybe it would be nicer if he wasn't pulling this terrible bait and
Gift
switch on her.
basket. Yeah. Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Hey, at
we
least
don't-
she got some good barbecue sauce though.
Yeah, that's
She seems like the type that's gonna love it
yes.
for sure.
Why do you think that? We learned during this conversation that with his sister that Shida's been engaged twice and broken it off both times. So that was some good tea.
Yeah.
And his sister's like, "Do you know why?" And he's like, "I don't want to pry." And she's like, "I think you should pry. Please pry." And
Yeah,
I'm like,
maybe
"Yeah,
they're both
pry."
maybe it's because they both got incarcerated. We don't know. we need to know these things.
I would really like her to. I would like him to pry on camera too. Please pry on camera.
Yeah.
Make sure you pry on camera. In confessional, sister's like, I see 2 red flags. 1, she's 37 and hasn't been married, and 2, she hasn't been out on her own before and has been engaged and in it both times. So those are pretty big red flags to me.
Pretty big. Yeah. Should listen to the women in his life, I think.
Yeah. And she's like, his last relationship really fucked him up, so I really hope this one works out. And we can kind of see the way that these relationships have fucked him up by his actions in this relationship.
You mean like taking a white unmarked van to pick her up and then taking her to a home that's not
Also,
his?
what's in the back of the van? It's like a giraffe statue? Like, what is in the back of the van? It's really sketchy.
I don't know, but it's starting to feel like kidnapping, this whole thing. He picks her up in a scary white van and takes her to a home that's not his and lies to her.
He says two things. He says, one, he loves pranks. He's a prankster. And then two, he's testing her.
That's what you should do at the beginning of every serious relationship.
Testing works. It's like the classic thing where it's like you have like one of your friends come on to your significant other to see like what they do. People love that. People love being tested. They don't like want to break up with you after that. They're like, oh, that's so good that you don't trust me. That's really that makes me feel so good that you don't trust me. I totally understand why you did that. Thank you, honey.
It always works out.
Now you know. I understand why you did that. Oh, the test. You did the test on me.
Let me ask you this, Max. I want to just throw this out there. What if he did the different car and the different house because he was afraid that she would somehow mess up his actual current car or mess up his current house in some way? The pillows could come unfluffed. What if she's got a bag of chips from the airport that she brings into that car? That could be bad. Just throwing that out there.
It's funny. He's like, I'm just seeing how you treat a shitty house
before you treat
his words. I don't think it's shittier. He's like, I'm seeing how you treat a less nice house before I see how you treat my perfect house.
Yeah.
I like that theory, but I bet that's what's really going on here.
There's something there.
There's something there. We'll have to ask him about it. That's probably what's really going on. This guy has some serious trust issues. He's like, I'm going to give you, he's like, I will not be the only one with trust issues. You will all go down with me. I will date a bunch of women, get engaged to them, and give them just as bad trust issues.
Yeah.
Like, how is she ever going to trust a guy again to show them to show her the house?
She might not already, since she's cut off 2 engagements. So
yeah, but if someone ever shows them, like if she ever is engaged to anyone else, and they take her, and the guy like takes her to his house, she's always going to be like, "Are you going to take me to another house after this? Is this really your house? Is there a nicer house behind these walls? Where's the second house?"
They're just on a vacation and they get a rental car and she's like, "Is this the actual car?"
Yeah, like she's like,
they go to the hotel. "Is this the hotel?"
Like they feel insulted. She laughs at like their like house. She's like, "Ha ha ha, funny joke. Shitty house. I get it. This house sucks. It's ugly. All right, take me to the real house."
You got it again, you goof.
Shitty car, shitty house. I've seen this one before. Take me to the real car in the house. Okay. Funny joke.
I've seen this one before. My 2 previous fiancés did this gag on me. Oh,
I love when we hear the producer ask him, "Do you think that this could backfire?" And he's like, "No, I don't think so. I don't see how this could backfire."
I think she's gonna crack up.
I love that the producers are like, "This guy is so delusional. We don't even have to worry about putting it in his head that it could backfire." They're like, "We don't even have to worry about like because I might be worried about being like, all right, if we ask him if it will backfire, then maybe he won't go through with it, Because I'd be like, all right, he's so set on this, we should not fuck with it. We should not ask him it will backfire. But they're like, "Do you know backfire?" And he's like, no, we're good. This is such a sick prank, bro. It's a sick prank."
It's ridiculous.
What is wrong with this guy?
He's just a goofball, Max. That's all.
Funny. He's a prank.
He's a goof guy. Yeah, that's all. That's all it is.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What a good premiere, though. I'm like so excited
Yeah.
to every week get to like revisit these couples, get like
Yeah.
more couples involved. I think we got at least 2
Yeah.
more couples.
I'm
There's,
ready
like,
for
a
the
bunch
next
of couples
episode where it
involved.
starts out with Bilal saying, "Hi, I'm Bilal, and welcome to Jackass. Welcome to 90 Day Fiance."
And it's like, is his sister just gonna be there the whole time? Like,
I
wait,
hope
so
so.
there's only 2 seats in the van. Are they gonna make her like ride in the back?
Make her lay in the back.
That's the Jackass part. She's just gonna be like shifting around, getting like injured. Like, what the
He's
fuck?
gonna be like, "Gotcha!
Gotcha."
Let's take this turn fast." Speed bump.
She's finally here. Let's go!
Oh my god.
It's shaping up to be a good one.
Dan, I'm so excited we've initiated you into the 90 Day Fiance universe.
Wow. I feel honored
You should be.
and blessed.
We're all blessed by these people who realize that they could exploit all these people going through with the K1 visa.
God bless America.
Your pain is our gain. That's the reality TV motto.
America. America.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. So
Huh.
this has been a great podcast. Thank you, everyone. We will be recapping closer to the episode.
Probably next Monday.
Yeah, next Monday. We'll be this week. I was traveling, so that's why it's farther out. But we'll be closer to the episode next week.
Yeah. And
Probably
tune in
Monday.
later tonight. We're going to be recapping Survivor. That's going to be around
9:30 p.m.
9:30 Eastern. Yes.
And then tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern. Temptation Island. That's April 21st. Today is April 20th. Yeah.
420.
What? So Temptation Island coverage is tomorrow, April 21st. So that's very fun. And be sure to subscribe to us. Instagram, Reality Alert Podcast, Twitter, Reality Alert _. And please subscribe to us on YouTube. We're really getting up there in the numbers. So youtube.com/Reality Alert. Do that. And then you always feel free to come check us out live. It's really fun. You can join us in the chat. Feel free to talk to us, comments, questions. Always a really good time. YouTube and Twitch. You can check us out on live shows. If you follow us on Instagram, it's a really good way. We're now going to be posting our schedules so you know when to watch us live and stuff. And if you turn on notifications, you also know when we're coming on live as well. So it's always a really good time.
Yes. Please.
Please.
Thank you.
It's awesome. And The Circle is coming really soon on May 4th. That's going to be a really exciting time for us as well, because that's how we all started. That's how we started out a year ago.
Circle Podcast.
Yeah. We were Circle Alert. So get stoked. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Even his grandmother says how he has a sexy mouth.